Who is the culprit of all this? Who betrayed us in this way? When I see him, I will make him pay with my own hands. We were so close to get his power. Wow, I didn't expect that. That Saiyan managed to awaken the ancient power of the Dragon King, and if it wasn't enough, he managed to escape. That's amazing. But Demon King, answering your question, I think it is more than clear who were the culprits of all this. The only race capable of doing something like this is the race of the elves. Are you telling me that the race of the elves did all this? Those damned took advantage of the fact that we left him weakened and then took him away. But nothing happens, because this will not stay like this. The only problem is that we do not know where they are, but we will move heaven and earth to know where they are. And when that happens, we will finish them with all their race for this betrayal. Time would have passed. 3 days would have passed after that betrayal. In that time, the Demon King proposed an alliance to the race of gods and angels to finish with the other 2 races. They, after thinking a little, would accept without any problem. After the angels accepted, the Demon King declared war on the other 2 races. The Demon King, together with the angels, would have unified their worlds in order to become stronger and prepare for the future war. Meanwhile, Goku, now we will be located in an inhospitable place, a place that very few beings can enter. That place is called Faloria, or better known as the Land of the Elves. In this place, the elves, along with their king, have lived in harmony. The only beings who know this place are the same elves. They, after the fight against their Dragon King, disappearance of all places without a trace, for the sole purpose of creating their own land. Goku was totally without consciousness, but after 3 days he would finally wake up. What happened? Where am I? Well, Goku, you finally woke up, or rather, King of the Dragons. Wait a minute, I can recognize that face. Damn it! Don't tell me you're the King of the Elves. What the hell are you up to? Goku would have risen from the ground quickly to get into a fighting pose. Dragon power, come to me! A golden energy would have come out of Goku's body to use his form as a Dragon King. King of the Elves, I will make you pay for what you did to me in the past. Wait, Dragon King, calm down. That was a long time ago, in case you didn't know. People change. I can't trust a traitor like you. Goku would throw himself against the King of the Elves, and then throw a blow at him. I see the only way for you to see that I'm not lying is to defeat you. The King of the Elves would dodge Goku's blow, to then activate one of his abilities. This was the Elven Dance. Don't even think that such a stupid technique is going to work on me. Flames of the Golden Dragon! Some powerful flames would come out of Goku's mouth, but the King of the Elves would dodge them very easily, to then get behind the Saiyan, thus giving him a small blow in the back that would make him get on his knees again. How a simple punch made me get on my knees. Dragon King, listen. The only thing I want is to help you. If you agree to make a deal with me and help me defeat the race of angels and demons, I promise you that I will train you and I will make you recover all your power. And why would you do that for me? Well, that's very easy. It's been thousands or millions of years where those 2 races have done and what they want and eliminated many innocent beings. I am sure that with your power, we can stop them. Besides, you seek revenge on them. Don't forget that they killed your friends. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. Master, if you excuse me, although it is hard for me to say it, in case you didn't know, they're not the most powerful race. They are the weakest. But they have secret techniques that could be of great help in the future. Besides, I don't feel any bad intentions. We dragons can know when a person is lying. If you say so, I have no choice but to trust them. Alright, King of the Elves, just this once I will trust you. But if I see any bad intentions on your part, I promise you that, even if it costs me my life, I will tear your village to pieces along with my dragons. I know, Dragon King. And tell me, King of the Elves, when we start with the training. Today, I'll let you get to know the land of the elves, so see you tomorrow. Goku, without thinking twice, would have set off to meet the land of the elves. So arriving the next morning, Goku would be sleeping, when suddenly the king of the elves would have gone to the room where that Saiyan was to say, "King, it's time to get up and start your training today." Goku, after hearing the voice of the king of the elves, would get up very quickly to go to the training field. "Tell me what my first training will be." Your first training would be to see how long you can manage to stay with that transformation. To see your level in battle, for this training you fight with my daughter, Juna. She will be your opponent. I don't have time for these jokes. I need to control the power of the dragons. Father, who is this conceited man? I will make him shut up his words. Dragon King, don't be confident. My daughter will be the next queen of the elves. I don't say this because she is my daughter, but because she's really strong. Well, if you say so, it's okay. Goku would use his power as a Dragon King again. Girl, if I hurt you, it won't be my problem. You smug bastard, you'll see. Giuna would use the same technique of her father, thus throwing herself against Goku to start hitting him again and again. But since Goku already knew the Elven dance skill, he would only use his eye power. With these eyes, I can be able to perceive things slower. Goku would start throwing several punches at Giuna, dodge them just like it was nothing. I'm sure I'm using the Dragon Eyes, because I can't hit it. Giuna would use his second ability, an enhanced Elven dance skill, the 8 crushing kicks of the Elven god. Giuna, in just seconds, would give the 8 kicks to Goku for all parts of his body. Goku would use his eye power, but although he could perceive things in a very slow way, even his eyes were not at the required level. This would cause Goku to fall to the ground, dejected. It cannot be possible a girl defeated me as if nothing. I will not allow this kind of humiliation. Master, wait a moment. Are you going to use your 8th ability again? Remember that your body has not fully recovered. Besides, here is the King of the Elves. If you for any reason hurt his daughter, he would not forgive you. Goku, in spite of the warnings that the Zarama dragon was telling him, would still use his most powerful ability against Juena. Because of her great weakness at that moment, Upper Dragon Punch! Goku would take advantage of the fact that Juena was with his guard down to launch his Upper Dragon Punch. But when the punch was about to impact against Juena, the King of the Elves would stand in front of this Saiyan to stop his blow. Listen to me, Dragon King. If you someday hurt my daughter, I promise you that I will make you ashes, and I promise you that I will cancel the deal with you. The King of the Elves began to increase his power in a very brutal way. The power of the King of the Elves was expelling would leave the Saiyan paralyzed. From his face would begin to fall a little sweat, thus realizing the great difference in power that they had at that moment. So this is the power of a king when he gets angry. Really very scary. Goku, although he would not accept being humiliated by anyone, would accept which was defeated this time. Sorry, King of the Elves, I shouldn't have done that. I accept my defeat. If that's the way things are, for being the first time, I will let it go. If it happens again the next time, I won't be so kind. Now that I can see how long you can last with your power, the first thing you will do is to keep that form as long as you can. At first it will be difficult, but you have to do it to get used to the power of the dragons. Time would pass, more than 3 months would have passed. Goku would continue training day and night to be able to master the power of the Dragon King. But even though so many months would pass, Goku still could not control that power in its entirety. Goku would start thinking why he still couldn't master his power yet, but the King of the Elves would knock on his door to enter his room. Wow, I see that you have become very strong. You have really surprised me that you have managed to increase your power in such a short time. But as far as I can see, you still have not mastered your power as a Dragon King. If I know perfectly, well, I don't understand the reason either. I recommend that you ask the same dragons directly that you keep inside you. Goku would begin to start meditating, so that his consciousness could get inside his body. Goku would meet the 3 dragons, Shenlong, Purunga and Zarama. Master, how long? What is the reason for your visit? Dragons, I have a question for you, because I still cannot be able to master my power. Well, it is a little difficult to answer, because in case you do not know, just as there are dragons who approve of you being the new Dragon King, there are other dragons who do not approve. At the beginning, the old Dragon King was hated by all of us, but thanks to the fact that he showed what he was capable of, we all began to admire him, thus making him our king. Now, he was born of superior deity destined to greatness, a prodigy in every way. But you, Master, with all due respect, you were born from the lowest position, managing to cultivate your power little by little until you became someone moderately strong. You are a mortal trying to become a superior deity. If you want to have all your power to avenge your friends in our race, you will have to convince the other dragons that you also can be a king. Zarama would take Goku's conscience to a very dark place. Master, I say goodbye. Now everything will depend on you. Zarama would have disappeared to leave Goku alone. What's wrong with this place? I can't see anything. Who dares to interrupt my sacred place? Suddenly, a dragon of colossal size appeared before Goku's eyes.